Yeah, so welcome back, guys. This is Madhav PVL, and today we are going to learn about SQL. So I'll just increase the size. So SQL is standard query language. Um, so basically, SQL is used for the purpose of database management. So we can just use this language and create some tables, insert data into it, and perform some operations. And yeah, so we can do some kind of things with the help of this SQL language. And today I'm going to just tell some of the basic things which we need to learn in SQL so that we can basically understand what we are doing. So let's get started. The first one is creation of table. So basically, this is MySQL Workbench where I just use the software for the purpose of doing this SQL thing. And yeah, so for creation of a table, so basically we can just create a schema or something like that. Actually have a schema right here. So basically we can just click on this create a table, and we can just name it as YouTube. And yeah, so we can just give some column names, and we can do some kind of stuff over here. Yeah, otherwise we can just write a direct code saying create table name YouTube, and and we can just give all the attributes which were required, like we can just name it as YouTube ID integer. And before talking about that, we need to just see something over here. So it's data types. So there are different types of data types in SQL. Like we can just create a column with integer varchar. Varchar is nothing but we can include all the alphabets and also some of the special characters, and decimal. Date time should maintain a format. Say, let's say like to date, we need to add something called as to date, or by adding that we should just give it in a format saying ddmmyy. So we should do something like this if we need to use the date and time. And also these are again some different ones, we usually don't use most of them. And here, if the data is big, like if we need to consider some big integers, we can take this big int and stuff. We can also take the double float integer and whatever it is. We usually use this depending upon the case which we are working on. And this is primary key, not null, and this is unique index and binary. It doesn't matter, we don't go with this. Only these two play a major role in this thing, because overall we do the we use this both, like the primary key and the not null. So the difference between the primary key and not null is very simple. Like primary key, the data will not repeat, but in not null data will be repeated. So that's the only major difference between the primary key and not null. So nothing else. So yeah, so that is a major difference. So we can just create something called id YouTube or something, and we can just click on apply. See the thing, like here I just told the same regarding the code. This create table name, and also this is nothing but the schema name. Usually when we were just practicing and stuff, if we just do it on online or something, we usually don't have this concept of schema. But if we just get into some real world things, like if we need to work in an office or something, schema is must and should. So this is a table name, and this is id YouTube. This is the column name which we are created, and it's showing end not null. So here we had chosen this not null thing, and if we just it will be considered as end null primary key. So this will be a primary key, and if you just click on apply, okay, I don't know why, like we also need to check for this not null thing. So here we can just see something called YouTube. Sometimes if you don't find it, you can just click on this reload thing and you will find the YouTube. And here usually this will come from the classic models.youtube basically, but if you need, if you're in a the thing like why should I just remember the schema or something, you can just write use classic models. So if you just write this thing, it will usually take the classic models. So if you just directly write a code saying select star from the YouTube, it will just get the data from the YouTube. We will just try to insert something. So the next thing is insertion. So data will be inserted in multiple ways. Say like we can just insert one single row or like multiple rows or something. So for this we need to just write something like insert into, and we need to include the table name and also all the column names like the ID, YouTube, YOUTUBE, and values, and we can just give a number 1 because we had just chosen it as integer. So it's done. Now if you just try to select star from YouTube, we can see it's called the data can be seen. Yeah, so we may just think like we had inserted only one value and like only one column, so we can just think like why can't we just alter the things, like we can also just include some other column names maybe, like if we just think that as we can do that in SQL, so we can just add columns like uh, in middle if required, like even after the creation of the thing. So that can be done either like we can just click on the alter table and we can just type name varchar, and if you just go for the like we can just say like okay place. So if you just see here, so that's here we can just see I had added two things, so we can just see the code over here. So that's alter. So alter is a concept where we can just like change the things in the middle after the creation, like already existing table can be altered or deleted. So if we just use this alter thing and if we just add a column, we just added two columns which are name and place. So this is how it works, and we can just click on apply and finish, and I think it's done. Let's just check. If you just see, there were two things which were already here. So here we can just like insert into YouTube or something, like we can just update table where ID YouTube is equal to 1. Okay, the thing is actually I just forgot to add this setting. Update YouTube set name equal to Madhav and place equal to USA, where ID YouTube is 1 and semicolon, and you can see it's updated. So now if we just try to run this thing, we see the table data is updated. So in this way we can just alter the table and also update the things which are already existed. Like we can just do this thing, And also like you can just see like if you need to just delete or drop the table, here we are having all the options. So you can just click on this and you can just drop the table or whatever. Like most of the things are available in this GUI, so you don't need to just get like you can just get a basic idea of how does the thing work, like what is mean by altering or what is meant by update or what is like the dropping of the table or whatever. So if you just know the basic things, you can just go with it. So now the this is one of the important thing, like if we need to just comment something, we need to use this underline, like we need to just keep this underline twice so that we can just comment whatever we want. Like if we just comment something, it will be easy for us to review the things. So here we can just see I'm trying to insert 50 data, like 50 columns into the, sorry, 50 rows into the YouTube table. So let's just do this thing. So you can just see the duplicate entry one for the key YouTube. So here we can just see that the one is already added over here. Like I can just see, like I had given a value of 1 and I had just given the name and the place and YouTube ID. So according to the rules of a primary key, the prime, as I said before, the data will not repeat. Like so if we need to just try to repeat the things, it will not work. So from here we can just remove this one thing, and if we just try to run, yeah, we can see the code is running. And if you just try to run the things which were already there, so we can just see all the 50 values which were already inserted. So this is all about inserting. You can also do this inserting thing from here, like in the creation you can see the alter thing, and if you just click on this thing, you can just add. And yeah, so there were many ways in which you can just add the values. And yeah, now we will see something called as order by. So order by is something like order by is used for the purpose of is used to arrange the things like in ASC or DSC. So ascending is a default thing, like if you just use this order by, the default thing will be ascending. And sometimes if you need to get the things by descending, you can just do that also. Like okay, select star from YouTube order by, we can just say maybe like place. If you just press this DESC, you'll see the place, the order will be like in a descending, the A comes last. And if you just remove this DESC thing, you can just see like the A comes first. So you can just order by anything, like you can just press the name or like ID is obviously in order. But if you just use this DESC, you can just get the okay. So the error is we need to include this ID YouTube. Okay, so if you just include this will come in a descending order. So this is how order by works. And now we will just see about the operators like and or not. So end is nothing but if you need to satisfy two or more conditions, you can just use this and, or is use it for the purpose of either one of the conditions, and not is used for the purpose of not belonging to that condition. So you can just use this three operators. So let's just do the thing. So like you can just select like select star from YouTube where ID YouTube is greater than 5 and name is equal to uh, we can just say like name like. So like operator is something which is very important. Like if you just see this like operator, so like is something which is like we can just say like if we need to just search for something or similar, we can just use this like. So if we just use this like, this is nothing but there should be a letter S in this name. So the ID should be greater than 5 and it should contain a letter called S in the name. So then it will just print out the things which see you can just see. So in this names, the S letter is present and all the ID numbers are greater than 5. So this is how it works. So this is AND operator, or if you just click on OR operator, we can easily say that. So everything which is greater than 5, if it doesn't have S or something, it will just print the details. So we can just see that we'll get everything which is above 5. Yep, so that's how it works. And not, where ID, where name, not like S. So it will just print out all the names which doesn't contain the letter S. So this is how it works. So these are the operators like AND, OR and NOT. This is how it works. Now let's just see some of the math things like count, AVG, sum. So here we can just see like count of the number of rows, maybe like with some conditions, or like simply we can just count the number of rows, and with this we can get the average of the particular column. And also like we can just see sum is nothing but addition. So these are some of the math things which we can just see. So here we can just say like select count of star from YouTube. So we can just say like these are the number of the rows which were inserted in the YouTube table. So there were 50 rows which were already inserted, and we can also just search the count in multiple ways. Like we can also count the according to the column name. Select count of name from YouTube. We can just see obviously it's 50 because there were 50 names, because every number is having a count. So and also we can just say like select sum of ID YouTube from YouTube. You can just see this is the summation of all the ID numbers which were present in the YouTube table. And also we can just use this select AVG of ID YouTube from YouTube. This is an average of all the IDs which were present in the YouTube. So this is a way in which we can just use this thing like the count, average and sum. So now let's just talk about the joins. So like we can just say that joins are like we can just say if we need to just talk about a relationship, or if we need to just grab some data from different tables, we can use this concept of join. So there are right join, left join and inner join. For this, like we can just consider like orders and customers. So this is one of the famous examples. Like order will have order ID and order name and customer ID and price, and customer will have customer ID, customer name and and order ID maybe. Like again, it depends, like we shouldn't give this space in between, but if we need to just grab the data of the order name from the customer, we can just use this order ID and we can get into this and we can just join this both the tables and we can get the whole data in a single thing. So we'll just try to do that thing now. Before that, I need to just explain something. So here the right join left join is nothing but if we just consider two circles. So if we just consider something like this, so this will be the right thing, left thing, and this will be the right thing, and this will be the summation, like the whole. If we need to get the whole data, we can use the middle one. So this is how it works. So basically, if you just use the normal join, like there is nothing but if you just click on join customers and order, we can just get the whole thing. And if you just click on the right join, we will be getting this right thing, and the left one has the left thing. So that's how it works. So let's get started with the code. So they were already tables like customers, order details, and payments. So I just deleted them, and I'll be just creating the tables now. So here I just inserted like two more tables called as orders and customers. So in this way, if we can just see like I just used this inner join. So it's joining both customer and orders with the help of a customer ID. As you can just see, like in orders and customers, there is a common thing which is called as customer ID. So with the help of that customer ID, we were going to print the two values. So in this way we can also use this join operator. So with the help of this joins, we will be able to just print out the details of the two things. So these are some of the basic SQL operations you need to know, so that and the remaining you can just see with the help of this GUI, where you can just do the reverse engineering thing and whatever the other stuff. You can also draw the schemas and whatever it is. So like these are some of the basic stuff you need to know before getting into the uh, interface, so that it will be easy for you to run the programs. And thank you for watching Works After College. Please subscribe.